Did we overreact about the Phoenix Suns? After Game 4, the Dallas Mavericks did tie up the series 2-2, and I saw a lot of Phoenix Suns fans on Twitter just constantly saying that, oh, the season is over and the Mavericks are going to win in 6. However, last night was Game 5, and the Phoenix Suns once again won that game. They didn't just win it, they slapped the shit out of the Dallas Mavericks throughout the second half. The first half was very close, and it looked like Phoenix could actually have an opportunity to lose. However, in the second half, it was a completely different story, and the Phoenix Suns destroyed the Mavericks. I mean, there was a period in the third quarter when the Dallas Mavericks couldn't even score a single bucket for a good 5 minutes. Overall, the Phoenix Suns played an amazing game. Even their whole entire bench, there are some things I do have to say about it, but I think we need to answer the most important question. Did we overreact about the Phoenix Suns, or did they get lucky last night, or overall, just what's going on in Phoenix and how are they looking? In this video, we're going to be answering that question and kind of just talking about the game last night, because I do have some things I want to say. Now, before I get into the video, this video is brought to you by Manscaped.com, but we're going to talk about them later on in the video. Look, I know Suns fans and Mavericks fans are going to war right now, so I know a lot of you guys don't want me to say anything positive about the Mavericks and especially Luka Doncic. Even though I'm a Suns fan and a lot of Suns fans don't really like Luka Doncic right now, and to be honest, I don't blame you guys. I hate to admit it, but Luka Doncic is so damn talented. And sure, we can talk about the flopping and Luka begging for calls and sometimes being a real bitch, but when it comes to basketball skill, Luka Doncic is such a damn good basketball player, and I hate that we have to play him. However, there is a downside to a Luka Doncic-led team, and that's when your team is not doing good. It's because either A, Luka isn't dropping 40 to 50 points, or B, he's doing all the offensive work, but he's not actually getting the ball to other players. I noticed in games 1 and 2 that Phoenix as a whole, whether it's their star players and even their bench players, they were dominating, and there was no one player that was just only dominating. However, on the Mavericks, Luka Doncic was having crazy scoring nights, having like I think 45 and 35 points. But the problem was that no one else was doing anything. It was strictly Luka, and Luka can't drop 100 points. Actually, I don't want to say that because maybe he can. But seriously, Luka Doncic was the only one actually doing anything. And like I predicted, if Luka Doncic was going to be the only one scoring and maybe Jalen Brunson had like 15 or something, but other than that, I didn't see the Mavericks winning if that's all that was going to happen. However, it was in games 3 and 4 that not only Luka, but other guys like Dorian Finney-Smith and Reggie Bullock were really going off. You can also talk about the fact that Phoenix could just not get a shot to save their life. They were not just making anything whatsoever. And now we get to game 5 where instead of it only being Luka, it's now Luka and Jalen Brunson, but other than that, no one else really did anything for the Mavericks. Dallas only had 3 players last night that hit double-digit scoring, with the other being David Bertans. I mean, look at this point spread. This is terrible. Obviously, you're not going to win a game if your team only drops 80 points and your scoring spread looks like this. Now, Phoenix did only have 4 players who did hit double-digit scoring, so it really doesn't look like that much to the Mavericks. However, looking at the spread, you can clearly tell that it's a lot more diverse compared to the Mavericks one. Now, I've started to notice a trend about these games, and basically it goes as whatever team is in control for a majority of the game is the team that normally wins. Honestly, that sounds very vague because it's like, well, yeah, if a team's in control, obviously they're gonna win. But the thing is that the team that's always in control never really lets it up. Like, for example, in game 1, Phoenix was never in a situation where I said, oh, I think the Mavericks could win. I said the same in game 2, and in games 3 and 4, I said the same, but for the Mavericks. In games 3 and 4, Phoenix had no chance to get back in the game. Dallas was in complete control the entire time. Now, game 5 was a little different because it was closer in the first half. However, in the second half, we can obviously tell that Phoenix did take control of the game. So now I think we need to finally ask the question I've been trying to ask this entire time. Did we overreact about the Phoenix Suns? Because honestly, it was so annoying seeing a bunch of people who were saying, oh, the Suns are gonna win the finals, Suns are gonna win the finals, they're the best team in the league. And just because the Mavericks tied the series, we just gave up on Phoenix. But before we get into that, let's hear a quick word from Manscaped. Today's video is brought to you by Manscaped and their brand new Ultra Premium Collection. Now, Manscaped just released his brand new Ultra Premium Collection, which they actually did send out to me. First off, it comes with refined cologne. It also comes with a 2-in-1 shampoo and conditioner, which is actually one of my favorite products. It also comes with their famous body wash. It also comes with their newer deodorant. You also get their hydrating body spray. And as a little bonus, you do get a free gift in their lip balm, which does come in a 3-pack when you buy it. This is the Ultra Premium Collection from Manscaped.com, and if you do want to get it, make sure you do use code Spex for 20% off to buy it. Guys, that's code Spex for 20% off. Thank you to Manscaped for sponsoring this video. To answer the question I've said about a good 20 times, yes, everyone overreacted about the Phoenix Suns. See, there's a reason why Monty Williams is one of the best coaches in the NBA, and that's because he knows that when something isn't working, he has to switch it up. In games 3 and 4, clearly some of the lineups he was going with just wasn't working, and I mean, the Phoenix Phoenix Suns didn't play campaign at all up until the fourth quarter when Phoenix was clearing their entire bench. And I mean, Phoenix did win by 30 when campaign was not on the floor, so you do have to ask the question, did campaign have something to do with that? Obviously, there are other things that Monty Williams has been able to switch, but that's just an example. I knew Monty had to do something big in game 5 because game 5 is statistically a must-win game because 83% of the time a team wins in game 5, they're more likely to win the series. A lot of people are already going to say the series was over once the Mavericks tied it because some people thought, oh, it's going to be the same thing as last year with the Bucks when the Suns went up 2-0 and then they lost in 4 straight games to lose the NBA Finals. However, I've said this a million times, but this year's Suns team is a lot better than last year's Suns team. There was no doubt in my mind that Phoenix was going to win that game. I knew this was going to be a game that they were going to win. I had no doubt about it. I know Monty was going to make an interesting lineup choice, especially when he had Bismack Biyombo playing a lot of minutes. However, I definitely do want to see a lineup of DA and JaVale McGee or DA and Bismack Biyombo, especially with the possibility that Jay Crowder could be injured. I hope he's not seriously hurt, but his shoulder definitely did look messed up, and I don't think he even returned to the game. And obviously, I like guys like Cam Johnson, but I think it would be interesting to run a double big lineup because Phoenix has the height advantage, and honestly, that is one of the biggest things and one of the biggest reasons why I said Phoenix was going to win the series. And like I also predicted, I did say that DeAndre Ayton was going to be the X factor for Phoenix. He needed to play well for this team to do well. He was going to be the X factor, and if he had a really good game, then other guys like Chris Paul and Devin Booker were also going to have good games. And sure enough, I was completely right. DA had 20 and 9 on very efficient shooting, and the Phoenix Suns end up winning by 30. So I think it's safe to say that if DeAndre Ayton has a monster game 6, then the Phoenix Suns are going to easily win that game. Because I'm not worried that Devin Booker can't have a good game. I'm not worried that Chris Paul can't have a good game. However, if guys like DeAndre Ayton and Mikal Bridges can have really good games, with no due respect, the Dallas Mavericks are going to get their shit stomped. I have no doubt about it, and I really do believe the Phoenix is going to go off if those guys do perform. Phoenix has an opportunity to win the series on Thursday and possibly go to a Western Conference Finals matchup that is more likely going to have the Warriors. And if I'm being honest, I think the Warriors are by far a better team than the Mavericks. So Phoenix cannot have the bad games that they've had in this series if they play Golden State. Golden State is a fine-tuned oil machine. They are a team that is going to dominate you if you do make mistakes. However, we're not going to look too far because we still have to finish the job. I would like to note though that if DeAndre Ayton does have a monster game, that the series will be over. It sucks that a lot of people did start to doubt this team because of 2 games. By the way, it wasn't just like media people. I'm talking even Phoenix Suns fans. One thing I've learned about the NBA playoffs is to not give up on any team whatsoever because you never know what's going to happen. I mean, it's the NBA playoffs. What did you expect? If you want to see a video on why I believe the NBA is terrified of DeAndre Ayton, click the video on the screen right now. Other than that, Suns in 6.